He pressured me into it.
Let's sit here for a second, just make sure everything works, because I know.
Oh, wait. I have to turn down monetized music. Okay. Hi, guys. Hey. Give me a second because it's been a month and I need to remember all the idiosyncrasies of doing this. And that is why the man over here, the young man, convinced me to go live 3 minutes early.
What are we doing now?
While we're...
Look, it's Fortnite.
Wow, the internet is responding so well.
I'm not downloading, don't blame me.
There's me.
That?
And...
Look, there's a commercial already.
Okay. Bear with me.
See your chat from right there.
I know, but I just want to see 59 people. Wow, you guys are... Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me.
I should be able to. Let me just pull your stream up.
Bad sound.
Dang it.
Poop.
Wait.
Okay, hang on. That's why we're early. No, just unplug everything.
Well, that doesn't...
Just unplug the audio box if I need to. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Let me know. Because one lady's like, you're never prepared.
It sounds just fine.
Volume is low. Love the sweatshirt.
Oh, okay, I'll fix that, guys.
Okay, how's that? Does that sound better?
Well, it'll take a second because you're
Yes. No sound, YouTube. Bugger.
No, you can... Okay.
Don't leave me, Aiden.
I'm gonna do it.
I can hear you fine.
I have to go to the other room and listen.
Yes, I can hear you. Low volume. Very quiet. Sound. Oh, Aiden, they can't hear me.
Yeah, it's fine.
I can hear you perfectly. Okay, let's do an update because I know there's a delay. So those of you that couldn't hear me are loud and clear.
To see this too, so.
They said, Aiden's telling me it's going to take 30 seconds for you to get an update.
I just have it on normal latency because it'll destroy the Wi-Fi if it's on.
Sue says good. Sound is much better. Thank you, Aiden. Everyone loves you.
Yeah.
Go eat pizza. Still soft. Oh, bugger.
If it's too soft, turn your volume up.
Be nice. They don't like
I'm
that.
just kidding. I was kidding. It was a joke. It was a joke.
My
It should be
apologies
fine.
for the snarky teenager.
It
It's
should
not
be
quiet.
fine.
Okay.
Is
Get
it
out
good?
of here.
I'm out.
Okay. Still really soft. Wait, Aiden. Scheiße. Aiden! Okay. I hate this because I can, but you do live close to Canada, according to Shay. I do.
Wait, are you going live?
I am live. Okay, I've got my swanky...
Start modding?
You can when you want. Just go eat dinner.
I just ate.
Okay, I'm good. These poor people. You guys are so sweet to be here with me this evening. I did take a big, much-needed break closer to the mic. I have a light, so my apologies. You guys, if it's really bad, I don't want it to be annoying because I am a little high-strung and I don't have the patience for tech problems. Crap. Okay, hold on. I'm going to close this. Stay close to the mic. I wish he would just come back and unplug the mic and I could just be normal. This is my podcast mic. Hi. You guys know I have a new podcast. I'm super jazzed about that, but we'll talk about that later. And you like the t-shirt? We apparently made it just in time. Oh my gosh. Allie's kids are running around screaming. Mine aren't. I made homemade pizza tonight, and they're in eating their faces off. So just stay close to the mic. If I knew how to, you guys should see. This is like, it looks like frigging NASA on my desk. Like the more everything happens, the more equipment I get. So I have the mic, I have the light, I've got the big lights. I have like this soundboard thing. It's crazy. So we did. So first of all, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I'm going to close all these stupid windows on my computer because they're distracting. thank you for waiting because I needed a break. I literally could not do my job and create clean laundry and organize clothing and get people ready for a trip. Disney is a lot more difficult than it used to be. I have to tell you, it is very different. It's all about the app. It's all about the wristbands. It's all about planning which rides you want to go on and which characters you want to have dinner with. And I must confess, I got a little overwhelmed there for a while because I haven't been since like 97. And so it's very, very different. And I really didn't want to be married to my phone the whole time I was there. But then I started to realize, oh, this actually is really, really handy. So yeah, we made it. We took the kids to Disney. I always joke that I sold a kidney in order to be able to do so, but that's not really true. I actually, thanks to many of you who became new customers last year, I earned a trip to Hawaii with doTERRA, and I subsequently sold that to someone else in doTERRA who wanted to go. And so we took the children to Disney World, which has been, I'm kind of sentimental. Disney is like the one area where I just sell out commercially. I mean, you guys know me. I don't have a TV. I don't have a microwave. I do like some name brand handbags and stuff like that. But thanks, Joanne. Appreciate that. But yeah, Disney, I just sell out all the way. I am Mickey's girl. And so I did sell my Hawaii trip. BRT can't hear me. I look thinner. It's just the makeup. There's no weight loss going on here in northern Wisconsin in the winter. So thank you. We had a great time. I did collect some video. I wanted it really to be a family vacation. No sound on YouTube.
All right, can other people hear it? Because
some people can and some people can't.
Then it has to...
See, they're commenting. I don't know what to do.
I don't want to blame it on like
other people.
Ends,
I know, because they don't like that, and that's.
But it might be.
Like leave and come back. That's what I do every time I have a problem.
You look thinner. Oh, thank you.
Aiden does look thinner.
Lost a lot of weight. Gained 3 pounds and accidentally lost 10.
Oh yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, there's sound. The sound's working just.
Okay, we can hear you, Laura. Hi, Laura. So anyway,
Ooh, a super chat. Did you see that?
I know. I said thank you to her. So we did it. I've wanted to take the children to Disney since like Aiden was 3 years old, but it's just like plain not affordable. I don't know how people do it. I have friends and family that go to Disney, and I'm like, how did you do that? So I do want to just pause for a second. This isn't necessarily a doTERRA Live. If you have oil questions, I'll answer them. But thank you, because all of you that became customers last year, you're the reason. Literally, I was able to take my family to Disney World. So yeah, I saw this T-shirt. If you follow here, I'll just move them away. Knock over the Pellegrino bottles. You know how I feel about navy and white. I am a sucker, whether it's a Spectator pump or some knockoff Chanel suit or a teenage boy T-shirt in the gift shop of Disney World. I'm all over it. And I saw this and I said to Amelie, I said, I have to have that T-shirt. It's like a size like 16, 18 or something. It's definitely meant for somebody like Aiden. And I have to have one. So Adrian has the weekday select. Ooh, a Florida resident pass. Adrian, Disney is not what it used to be. And I blame that on Star Wars. Holy crap. Pardon me. Laura loves the new podcast. Thank you. Let's talk about the podcast in a few minutes. Remind me. And you should be diffusing doTERRA right now. Just saying. Thank you, JD. I'm glad to hear that. Disney, I like I said, I'm a Disney girl. So I sort of see Disney World the way I see Paris. So you know, you've heard me talk about this in the past. There's the movie Amaryllis, and that's the movie that I named Amélie after. And thanks, Mandy. Hi, Mandy. Bonsoir. Mandy is a beautiful mother and fellow Francophile. She has more class than I have in my pinky. She's amazing. But what was I saying? So Amélie, so in the movie Amélie, the director used all these filters to make Paris look really, really amazing. And he's got like these really heavy, like green filters. The color scheme of the movie is like green and red and yellow. And every once in a while he'll punch in a little blue. And it's just this very nostalgic look at Paris. And that's apparently the way I was remembering Disney World, because I got there and I was like, what the heck? Who are all these people? It was just, there were just so many people. I was overwhelmed. And I guess, to be fair, there was a lot of people at, it was called MGM. Now it's called Hollywood Studios. Again, you can tell it's been a long time since I've been there, 20 years. Nancy, I did get my hair cut. And I have to say, I don't know if I'll ever have long hair again. So I got it cut last year. This is the whole opposite computer thing when you do these lives. It's kind of wonky. And then I went back right before vacation, and I said, just take it to the chin, because I get my hair cut in Chicago and I only get it done about every 4 months. So I'm usually so angry by the time I get my hair cut because I need one so badly. I just like had him. Potager week 3 is coming. I'm filming it tomorrow, as a matter of fact. But we had just such a great time. MGM was so full. I was not expecting that. MGM has kind of always been like the ugly stepchild of Disney World in my book. Like, it's kind of just like the last place you go. You know, I go for the Tower of Terror because I love the Tower of Terror. And yeah, we went into like, you have to, the boys, the kids obviously wanted to go to Star Wars because my children are big Star Wars fans, and you have to walk through like the Toy Story area to get to Star Wars. And it was like Taste of Chicago. I'm from Chicago, like wall to wall people. And the introvert in me was like freaking out. And we got to Star Wars, and it was amazing. I mean, clearly, if I was a Star Wars person, I would have to acknowledge this is amazing. But I just wanted to do Indiana Jones, and we had the fast track pass for Indiana Jones. So we left the boys because they wanted lightsabers, and that was way too expensive. And so now I have total indentured servitude. What is it called? For my garden this summer, because I bought them lightsabers. And yeah, Kelly's can't. Okay, thank you, Kelly. You're validating me. By the time we made it to Indiana Jones, I was 4 minutes late for my fast track pass, and they wouldn't let us do it. So basically, we went to Hollywood Studios. I'm getting a notification. Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh, somebody just sent me a really funny meme. Today's drink special, the Quarantini. That's amusing. It's just a regular martini, but you drink it alone in your house. Okay, sorry, I digress. I love the Tower of Terror, so basically that's why we went to Hollywood Studios. The boys got lightsabers, and I got to do the Tower of Terror twice in a row. So I would like to hear from you if you've ever done that particular ride. My husband will not do it with me. We did it 25 years ago on our honeymoon, and I have to say that as an... Hold on, please. YouTube is not experiencing enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Can you guys see me and hear me okay? I hate everything. You guys will experience buffering. I'm really sorry if it's buffering. Hey, Aiden? Aiden. He's got headphones on. Buffering. What am I going to do? I'm glad we went. I'm glad I got to do the Tower of Terror. Have you ever been on the Tower of Terror? Because it's amazing. So the first day we did Epcot, and I told the kids, I'm like, you guys have to understand, Epcot is like homeschool crackhead paradise. I mean, they loved it. They gobbled it up. And the first thing we went on was Spaceship Earth. And I said, I'm like, this is where it's all going to come together. Like everything I've ever taught you about the beginning of communication and the Phoenicians and cuneiform and how our language came to be and blah, 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 blah. They were like, wow. And Julian, bless his heart, he loves ancient Egypt. And so when he got to see like the audio animatronics in ancient Egypt, he was freaking out. Thank you guys. Seeing you but not hearing. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do. I was so happy for them. And so that was, that was their first, let's see, how shall I explain this? It was just really fun as a mother. Like most of them have never flown. The girls flew out to Shays with me last year. And so just to see Aiden and Julian and On Ice like experience a flight. Junior has flown when he was 9 months old, and the girls went with me to Shays last year. And, it's just like, I know this is very de rigueur, like routine for a lot of people, but to go from like Siberia to Florida in one day for the children, I was so excited for them. I just thought I was so excited for them. And, sure enough, like they did so good in the airport, and we carried on. Of course, we didn't check anything, and what is that sound? My cat is clawing at the window to get out. We're, taking the Disney bus picks you up at the airport. My aunt is a vacationeer. So when everything opens up again, if you guys need a great referral for Disney World, my aunt is amazing. She helped us plan the whole trip. And, sure enough, we're going down the road in this Disney bus, and the driver was like, and there's an alligator, so you could see an alligator in the water. And we got to the hotel we stayed at, Riverside, Port Orleans. So I was kind of bummed. I thought we were staying in the French Quarter, Port Orleans. I had only been there once a long time ago, just to Joel and I used to go check out all the hotels. We've been to Disney World together 3 times. Marbear can't hear. She won't watch. Goodbye. I'm sorry. Other people can hear me. Crap. And then we got to the hotel, and we went straight to the pool. They went swimming. And then right after that, we went to the Grand Floridian to have dinner with Cinderella and the stepsisters, which was a hoot. This better be recording with sound. Thank you, Sue. Okay, I appreciate it. I'll get right up. I'll make out with the microphone. We just had a great time. So again, thank you. And I have the Ray Jane loves the haunted house and Peter Pan. I have to confess, Peter Pan is my favorite ride in the Magic Kingdom. It is so freaking magical. When I was 3 years old, I had a Peter Pan record album, and I used to run around my room singing, "You can fly, you can fly, you can fly." I love Peter Pan. When I was in 6th grade, I wrote a poem for school called "I Wish the Rides in Disney World Were Real." And I wish my mother could find the poem. Mom, I don't think you're watching, but I wish you could find that poem. And I just kept telling the kids, I'm like, I can't wait to take you on Peter Pan. It's so stupid magical. Yeah, so that was awesome. So the first day we did Epcot, and we did all the different countries. We did what we could. I mean, it was, kind of just balls out, pardon me. And we did what we could. There was a deluge that first day. So by the time we got to Mexico, if you know the sequence of worlds, the rain just started coming, and I was hell-bent on getting falafel in Morocco. I'm like, look, whatever we do, your mom is going to stuff her face with falafel in Morocco. So we had all these meals because of the package that we had. We had one sit-down meal a day, so we always used those for a character meal. We had 2 snacks and one slide across or cheap meal. I don't know what they call it. That is more food than I am accustomed to eating. So we just all this food. And so, yeah, by the time we got to Morocco, I ate like a crazy woman. We ordered lamb. We ordered pita. We ordered tabbouleh. We ordered all of it. Moroccan wine, Moroccan beer, which seems like an oxymoron, but we did it all. And Then we went to America because it was just raining, and the choral, they came out and sang, and it was so beautiful, all the patriotic hymns. And then we went to France and ordered pastry, and I was like, I'm ordering in French. The day was kind of going like, because people are getting a little cranky. We're in like these ponchos that are ripping, and the wind is just blowing. And I'm like, fortitude. We are going to have fortitude here. We're going to have a great time, darn it. So yeah, I'm like, well, I'm going to order in French. And then we ate pastry, and then, yeah, it was just great. I mean, I can't complain, because now, especially, let me be real, like, it was stressful. We did 3 days. Second day was MGM, which was like a bust because it was so busy, and we literally felt like we went so Mom could do the Tower of Terror and scream like a maniac. And I don't know if you guys have ever done that ride, but I was blessed with the most amazing experience on the Tower of Terror. So we didn't stay late enough for the Epcot fireworks. We were just burned out and wet and cold. It was like 60 degrees, which is not cold per se if you're from Wisconsin, but we were just trashed. We had just traveled the day before, and so we just went back to the hotel and like ordered pizza. And we don't own a TV, so hotel room TVs are really fun. We just like watched National Geographic and HGTV and all sorts of fun. And then, I don't even remember what I was saying. Crap. So the Tower of Terror. So Joel and I did that when we were on our honeymoon. That's where we vacationed on our honeymoon, is Disney World. And he just was like, he was destroyed. So we actually bought, Adrian, that is really cool. I mean, I had some really great conversations with people from Germany and England and France. That was really cool. It's one of the things I love the most. But we bought some Dramamine. He still wouldn't go on the Tower of Terror. I had like 5 kids in line with me. 2 of them bailed. I won't embarrass them and tell you which 2 bailed. But I will tell you that little Miss My Favorite Color is Glitter, the 6-year-old, did the Tower of Terror with me. And so did Julian, bless his heart. And he just cried, no, the whole time. Because they gave us like the best experience. Like, I'm going to read this in French, excuse me, after I tell this story. I can't read English and read French. Speak English and read French at the same time. It goes up, and then it usually drops, and it goes up. And I don't know. Some people say it's 13 stories. Some people say it's 23. I don't know. But the whole thing is, I love the Twilight Zone. And it's a Twilight Zone-based ride that is like an old haunted Hollywood hotel. Well, I love me some vintage Hollywood. I mean, I was raised on, tell you all the time, like Princess Diana and Marilyn Monroe. I love vintage Hollywood. This is like a pink stucco hotel, and it's got the cobwebs, and it's just fun, and it's just so cheesy, and the Twilight Zone and all that. But it's elevator. Basically, you're getting on an elevator, and you're sitting, but you go up, and then they swing open the doors when you're really high so you can see out over the park, and then they drop you. Just saying. Well, this time, and I've been on times where they're kind of like up, down, and then they drop you. This first time we went on it with Anais and Julian and Amaryllis, so you can do the math and figure who bailed. They went up, down about 6 or 7 times. And I mean, like, geez, look where your face is going like this, like up, down. And it was so fun. I was giggling with delight. I don't like loop-de-loop roller coasters. I don't like spinning. But if I can like elevate and like just free fall, and I don't even think I'd want to do it like that at like Six Flags or something. I just love the Tower of Terror. It was amazing. And then I did it again. I went out to Joel. I'm like, Joel, I'm like flying high with endorphins. You have to let me do that again. So we did it again, and then we went back to the hotel. Anyways, nobody puked. Nope, no one puked. They did so good. Julian was like, I didn't know they were going to do it over and over again. And Anais said, that was like the best 5 minutes of my life. So you can see all the personalities coming through. Okay. My mom wants to know if you have a recipe. Ooh, I don't know that. Okay, I can read this word, Catherine. What's apprécier? I don't know what that word is. If you have a recipe that you have something in France and that you like very much. So she's asking in French, my mom spoke of you and your experience in France and would like to know if you have a recipe that you something, I don't know that verb in France, that you like very much. Thank you. I don't know that verb. Tell me that verb. Now I feel dumb. Do I have a French dictionary? Lisa, I appreciate you saying that because that is like a really tough position as a parent that I learned. Oh, a recipe that I learned. Thank you. Thank you, classical tutor. You saved me. Okay. I would think apprendre for learned. No? I would have never thought of that word. Last night many, I guess. Last night I just made the family smoked salmon crepes with creme fraiche and red onion. There's a little bistro. It's not, anything really special, or it's a good sized bistro, I guess. Right at the Saint Michel depot stop in Paris, kind of like right by Notre Dame. And I had smoked salmon crepes there once, and so I was feeling rather nostalgic last night, so that's what I made the family for dinner. I'm trying to think if there's I'm sure there's other things. I think I actually had pesto for the first time in Paris, so I came home and learned how to do that. Crepes, obviously. I'm totally drawing a blank. I'd have to look in my cookbook because that's where a lot of my French inspiration. Yeah, it was really good. My kids were ecstatic. They love smoked salmon. So yeah, we're back. And packing was kind of crazy because, I worked really hard for months to be able to do the vacation, afford the vacation. You have to hire farm help and you have to be gone. And so I was trying to get all my ducks in a row, literally and figuratively. And then about 10 days out, we checked the forecast. So here's me planning to go from 14 degrees to 85. And and then all my children come to me and they say hey, guess what? Yo, we grew 6 inches and none of our clothes from last summer fit. So I literally had to double down, figure out how I was going to buy everyone new clothing. I mean, I'm telling you, no one had clothing. And so I bought all these new clothes at NordstromRack.com. Not a sponsor yet. And then the forecast went to 60 degrees. So it was just really, packing was really crazy. I got all these piles, all these little bags. Everybody got a little bag because they all Joel and I carried on, and everybody else had a personal item. I mean, we flew cheap. Thank you, Spirit Airlines. So, okay, so I'm getting some questions about the podcast. Smoked salmon is delicious. My children love it. They do love, my children are kind of foodies. I mean, they love herring and pickled herring, and they love smoked salmon. But what's not to love about smoked salmon? Okay, so I'm just going to kind of backtrack here because I will confess I had a glass of wine and an empty stomach, so I'm very chatty. So reel me in if you need to. Cozy Mom loves my hair. Thank you. I love it. I'm having so much fun. I'm the bigger the better. Let's do this. There, right? I love Marilyn Monroe, and so that was kind of my stylist and I we were kind of talking how can we kind of channel a brunette Marilyn thing going on here. Early 60s, later in her life, Marilyn. The podcast is called, except this, I just tell you what, is called Homemaker Chic. And I gotta tell you, thank you so much, because we have 3 episodes. The first 2 were a little rough. I mean, they're not bad. Please just listen to them. I shouldn't have said that. Shay's gonna be mad I said that. We were so freaking nervous. We're so used to talking at people and forgive me, I don't mean to speak at you, but I do a lot of teaching and instructional and, looking at a camera and like, how is this going to, trying to be myself, but still being mindful of like, how is this coming across on film? And so a podcast is totally different. So, first two are kind of getting our feet wet. The third one I think is really good. That's Monday's episode. It's about gardening. So if you've ever like enjoyed a flower or eaten a vegetable, you need to listen to Monday's episode and then wait till previous Monday and then wait till next Monday, this Monday. Joel and I argue all the time because to me, Monday, 13, 14, 15, Monday the 16th, is that how that works? Is Monday the 16th? In my world, Monday the 16th is this Monday. But to him, it's next Monday. And I'm like, no, that's stupid. Next Monday is next Monday. So we kind of go back and forth. This Monday is about fashion. You have to listen to it. It's hysterical. So the podcast is called Homemaker Chic, and I'm geeked to tell you it's only 3 weeks old. It is rating number 2 in Home and Garden on Apple. What? And number 6 in leisure. Like, what? So you really need to listen. We really need you to listen. We are trying to launch a legitimate podcast, and we're halfway there. So, like, we're going for like 10,000 listens an episode. And we just want you to binge on it and listen to it while you're folding laundry. And by we, if you don't know who I'm talking about Shay Elliott, the naturally blonde Shay Elliott. That's an inside joke. You'll have to listen to the podcast of the Elliott Homestead. And yes, super pumped about that. Shania is asking for a towel demonstration. If a child walks through, I will give you a towel demonstration. Actually, can I do it with computer paper? I could probably do it with computer paper. I insist that this is the only way you should be folding towels, okay? I'll scooch up to my microphone. Towel. In half this way, okay? If you need to, you hold it under here, whatever you got to do. You can fold it this way. You can fold it down. Poop. Hold, please. Okay, then you fold it in half. So you've folded your towel long ways and you're folding it long ways again. Okay? Then you're going to fold the nasty side, which if you have a lot of children, or if you were like me growing up in our house, these sides were always really ratty. You fold that in. And then you fold the nice side over. Can you see that? My light's too white. And then in your linen closet, you put the nice side out, or on the back of your toilet, or on a shelf, wherever you decide to fold towels. That is the only way to fold a towel. Just saying. Okay, I'm going to review some comments. Homemaker Chic is fabulous. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are laughing at the podcast because I actually think it's funny. I'm not one to like watch my own stuff, but I did want to listen to a couple episodes of the podcast just to get a feel for like, okay, what does this sound like? And I have to tell you, especially the one that's coming out on Monday, I laughed till I cried listening to myself. That's either pathetic or really funny. Okay. Jessica is on Joel's side with Mondays. Okay, Jessica, then you have to tell me, if Monday is next Monday to you, then what is this Monday? Because to me, it goes this past Monday. Let me just clarify. This past Monday would be the other day. This Monday would be in a few days. And next Monday would be the following. Just saying. Donna says that's exactly. Don't put your towels in the back of toilets. I know, Julie, but I'm talking about like little people with an apartment or a small space and they don't have a linen closet. I know. Because back of the toilets are gross. They're like dust. Dust magnets. I want to say Shania, but I know that's not your name. But Miss Sims says she's done it wrong her whole life. This Monday is the week you are currently in. But what if it's already past? That's this past Monday. Okay. It's just Monday. Jessica's like, it's just Monday. Okay. Hi, Barbara. Okay, I'm just scrolling back. Joel is right. My husband argue about that too. He's wrong too. No, no. Oh my gosh, you guys are like not erring on the side of Ange. That is how I say it too. It confuses my husband. Sarah Q. Number 2. Sue, what do you mean by number 2? Or peed outside. Yep. In the podcast, you're going to find out that Parisienne Farmgirl pees outside. Okay, I think I caught up. Sorry about that. I know on the replay, if I don't articulate what I'm actually reading, I've learned this by listening to myself, it's very confusing. Holy cow. We're like Shayna. Okay. I can't wait for a 20-something to call Shay an older lady. Okay, and that is kind of the thing. You guys have to go after her for this. Shay is always dogging me because I'm older than her. And she did it for the first time without telling me that that was going to happen. So it took me a little off guard. And so now we're just having a ton of fun with it. That's okay. That's okay. I taught her how to dress. So we'll talk about that later. So I did take a lot of video last Monday, this Monday, then next Monday. I'm with you. Excellent. Jess is with me all the way. Jess, you get a brownie point. I did take a lot of video when we were in Disney, but I did really want to be present too. Like, I didn't want to be filming like, oh, this is for YouTube. So I just used my phone. I didn't bring my big camera or anything. And we'll see how it turns out. It might be a little sketchy. Sometimes I had Joel a camera, and that is just painful. It's like, it's just, it's bad. We'll see. Too quiet, overthrew. There. You lost me, girlfriend. So what seeds I've started. I am going to film tomorrow in my greenhouse. Our snow is starting to melt. I couldn't be happier. I went and scooched the dead lady's mantle away yesterday, which I think is how I even opened a gardening video last year. And you can see the little tiny, beautiful, beautiful lady's mantle leaves. And so, okay, I have to see what Shirley says. So I'm super excited to film. And right now I'm obsessed with your flawless skin, Angela. I'm obsessed with like the glaring light on my forehead. Like I need to look down like this. It's half skincare, half the light that I'm using. So older, wiser. That's right, Sally. Shirley says in Scotland we say Monday past. Of course you do, because you guys just say everything better for the Monday that's past and this coming Monday for the Monday to come. Yeah. Okay, so I have a lot of seeds so far. I have started, and you're just going to have to promise me that you'll watch the video in case I'm going to tell you everything right now. Thanks, Remy. I have started stock, which apparently I'm starting a stock farm because I ordered 1,000 seeds. I meant to order 250, and I ordered $35 worth of stock seeds, which I know if you're considering buying yourself a bouquet is nothing. I'm going to have hundreds of beautiful smelling flowers. So I ordered stock, and I ordered, oh, Carrie, that's depressing. I read that they were closing the Tower of Terror in Disneyland. I ordered a lot of snapdragons. So I'm just starting like my annuals that are going to take a little bit longer right now. I just started my onions, and Mary Carpenter, remind me, I'm going to come back to that comment in a second because I have a definitive answer for you. I started broccoli, which was probably risky because it's supposed to be 3 to 4 weeks out from when you can work the ground. And I don't know. I mean, we had a blizzard here April 27th last year, but I was told like, it's not always like this. You know, this is going to be my third spring. So I'm still really figuring it out. So, yeah, we'll see. So far I've just started snapdragons, broccoli, stock. I have started some digitalis, foxglove for the fall, for fall planting. So I am going to this year I'm just committed. I think I've told you guys this before. I kind of have intimated with, just wanting to learn to paint. I am so committed to being my best gardener this year. I had a beautiful garden so long ago, for a decade. And then I rented for 5 or 6 years, and that was tough. And I spent a lot of money I shouldn't have just to make the renting palatable for me. And then the first year here was like a bust. I mean, we worked so hard to create the garden, to cut down trees, and I wasn't really prepared for the condition of the soil. Everybody told me Door County soil is really bad. And I was like, yeah, I know what I'm doing. You guys don't know what you're doing. And wow, whoopsie. And so then last year it was like, okay, I brought in the David Austins. And so sorry. That's why I shouldn't click text messages while I'm talking to you. Rude. Hello, Angela. Be present. So yeah, so this year I'm just committed to being my best gardener, and I'm going to grow a ton of flowers, and I'm going to do whatever it takes. If I have to get up at 4:30 in the morning to pull weeds, so be it. I'm jazzed. We're going to cut down some more trees. We have just a grove of trees out past the potager that are way too thick. I think they're ash trees. I don't know. But there's hundreds of them way too close together. And if they all get really big, which the ones on the side of the house did, they're going to be huge, and they're just going to create a really cold microclimate in the back of the garden. So we're going to take some of those out, and I'm going to do sort of a log cabin style raised bed, in an effort to not like spend money. Like, why should I buy wood when I have this whole forest that I can access? So yeah. Onions. I grew onions from seed for the first time last year, and it was amazing. I did yellow Parma onions. I think I got them from Johnny's, the seeds from Johnny's, and they were like ginormous, just incredible. Sorry, was that loud? And I just started purple onions yesterday, as a matter of fact, so I'm pretty jazzed about that. Joyce wants to know if I stocked up on food because of the virus. Sort of. I grocery shop in the middle of the month because that's when I get paid. So praise the Lord. I went to Costco on Monday instead of today. Monday, it was dead, and I bought enough food for a month, which was like what I typically buy, and I bought a little bit more. So I was trying to be mindful of like, okay, let's have like some less fancy meals, and how can we make this go maybe 6 weeks if we need to. And then I place a bulk order for like legumes, like lentils and split pea and nuts and even like couscous. I place a bulk and, cannellini or whatever they're called, pinto beans and everything, like 2 or 3 times a year. So I just placed that today. And I'm not freaking out about toilet paper. I mean, I went to the store today for a bottle of wine. If you saw that on Instagram, let's be real, I went to the store for 5 bottles of wine because that's what I'm stocking up on. And like, people are out of their ever-loving mind. And if I'm speaking to you, my profound apologies, but I'm talking about like no food, Gatorade, and toilet paper. I just don't get it. I just don't think we need to like completely freak out. I think we all need to be really, and I know this is where a lot of us are going to just part ways. It just kind of is what it is. So I don't have to be right. I might not be right. What do I know? But like, I do think we need to be really mindful of the elderly in our community and take really, really good care of ourselves and stay healthy and make decisions that maybe we are uncomfortable making, like saying no to certain social events and things like that we're doing. We are saying no to things, and our children understand, and they're like, and we just told them, we sat down and we're like, look, we've never navigated these waters before. This is new to us. We haven't had anything like this intensity since maybe like 1918. People have made sacrifices before. There have been wars and outbreaks and things, and we just have never done this before. So we're going to do our best, and we need you to trust us. And they said, okay, which was a great relief. But yeah, it's very interesting. We live in a vacation destination, so we are the younger demographic here for sure. Most of our community is older. I wouldn't maybe elderly. I mean, the people I work out with at the Y are very old. So I just think there's a great responsibility to do everything that we can to not put a burden on the medical system and to take care of, the people in our community. So that was Shay FaceTiming me. Hold on. Hello? I'm live on YouTube.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They like the podcast.
Oh, good.
Okay. Okay. Hi. I'll call you in a while.
All right.
Okay. Bye. So yeah. So yes, I'm kind of stocked up. I'm not like freaking out. Like worst case scenario, we're going to eat bone broth and split pea. I mean, we have had enough very, very lean years. We know how to hunker down. We've been there and done that when the rest of the world was going on without us. So we know how to do that. Let's see here. Jess Van Buren wants to know about making life palatable for a renter. Jess, that's actually a podcast that we have planned. I called Shay this morning. I said, because we're like always thinking about topics. I said, how about rental chic? Laura just planted 4 David Austin roses. I will not tell you how many David Austins I have coming. Again, that's something I just saved for months for. I can't wait. Katerina says, best wishes from Russia. Where do you get your inspiration for spring? I'm going to film that, I hope, here in the next 10 days or so. I have to tell you that what I do every spring, which is not really spring here because we have lots of snow still, I go a little crazy and I buy a bunch of houseplants that I will kill because there it is right there. There's one. I'm not the best with indoor houseplants, but I bought orchids and palms and cheesy hanging basket houseplants because a lot of my house is greenhouse, and that's kind of how I perk myself up. So, okay, I'm going to peruse some comments here. Shiana had to step away to go refold all her towels. How do you decide how much of everything to plant for your family? It's trial and error. I'm not like a big homesteader. I mean, I guess for all intents and purposes, I homestead, but I'm not a big prepper. There is math you can do. If you do I have a seed packet here? I don't. They're down the way. If you buy from Johnny's, for example, Johnny's Seeds is my favorite right now. It will tell you, here's how many you can get in a 50-foot row. You can do the math. I used to be really, really into that. And I would keep track of how many eggs and how much we were spending on chicken feed and how many pounds of produce I brought in a day. 5 years ago, I used to do that. I don't do that anymore. But I do feel like it helped me learn things. But now it's just kind of eyeball trial and error for sure. Left Field Farm Girl says, your painting has inspired me to doodle more. That's fabulous. What was I telling you guys about Costco? So I went on Monday and it was just dead. Freakishly dead, because usually it looks like the day before Christmas. I go to Costco in Green Bay. My friend in the area here went today, and she said, you guys know how Costco's, they're all kind of laid out the same? She said the line was all the way to the back. And the papers section, paper products section, was empty, and the cleaning products section was empty. That's 5 days later. That is crazy. I have, as far as what somebody's asking me, what sort of David Austin roses, well, I have a lot of comments to catch up on here. David Austin roses that I have. Oh, I lost it here. Sorry. I just checked my order today because I'm like, what did I order? I think that I didn't order. I don't know how to say this. You guys need to tell me how to say this. There's one called I always want to, when I look at it, the French with no French accent in me says Scepter Deal. I don't know. It's D''ISLE, and it looks like scepter. I ordered that last year. I didn't order that this year, which I'm kind of disappointed. I just checked my order this morning. Let me see. I ordered a lot more Strawberry Hill because those are what I'm arching all my cattle panels in the potager with. my son set me up on David Austin as Lady Angela Reed, which is rather embarrassing. That's how I show up. Gertrude Jekyll, as my friends in the UK say. Strawberry Hill. Desdemona. 6 Desdemona, I think I got, because it's so stinking beautiful. Smells so beautiful. And then I did here we go. Oh, here they are right here. I think I ordered Lady of Shallot. And then I ordered a yellow Shade Climber, but the name is escaping me. Those aren't the ones I got. For the front of the garage, because it's mostly shade, but I wanted something to grow in between the garage. But I think I have like 25 coming. Eek. So, all right, I'm going to peruse. Oh. Okay. Thank you. Are you basically staying home? Yes, we are right now. We're going to sort of get a pace for what's going on, and we're sending one adult out at a time and bringing, On Guard and alcohol, ethyl alcohol mixture together with us, and just sort of cleaning up before we get back in the vehicle, spraying things down. It's just bizarre. I don't want to be paranoid, but I also really am going to acknowledge that this virus floats around in the air and can stay alive on surfaces forever. So who am I to argue with that? So, oh my goodness. I hate Sceptered Isle. Okay. Oh, please. Nita's saying somebody lost their hearing because of a virus. Don't tell me that, because I don't really want to lose any more hearing. My ear is the same. I am shopping for a hearing aid. So it's just, I have had tinnitus for, since October. Nonstop. Right now it's like, No, actually it's a lot worse than that. I make light of it because it's actually been very devastating, and I have to stay very positive about it. But I am shopping for a hearing aid, and I'm hoping that will help. Okay. Good night. Stores are empty in Ontario, Canada. Wow. Grace started stock last spring and was disappointed. It bloomed a short time and then just big, ugly stalks. Yeah, I don't really remember. I planted mine out last year, but it was just a little bit haphazard on my part. I don't remember the intentionality that I did it with. I don't remember even researching, like with snapdragons, like prune it back at this point so that it creates more stalks. I don't really know anything about it, but I don't know what just happened. But apparently I'm going to have to learn because I planted so much of it. It's outrageous. Yeah, Nancy, I agree with you. Nancy's saying that people hoard toilet paper to kind of make them feel in control. I do that. Like if I feel out of control, I'll clean my house or I'll do something, that will give me some sort of sense of control. But it's just kind of alarming, and I don't want to be judgmental, but it just seems a little bit rude. Like, could you save some for the rest of us? Because we're all going to go to the bathroom. Like, goodness gracious. Would it be that bad to run out of toilet paper? I'm just thinking of like so many worse things. Quite frankly, I would rather run out of toilet paper than laundry detergent. I'd rather be able to wash my children's underwear. I can come up with a solution to wipe their tushes, I don't know, just... Yeah, I did, Miss Morbier, I did look into Costco. I'm actually looking at their hearing aids because they are affordable. My goodness. Sue is wondering where I ordered my roses from, and I ordered them from davidaustin.com. And I have a few other fun things on order I'm excited about. Some lemon trees, some espalier apple trees. I finally treated myself to a bay leaf tree. It's not going to go in the garden. It's just going to sit over there in the greenhouse. And just one of those silly things, like how many times you just kind of waste $38. You just kind of, thank you, Laura. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I am saying thank you for I don't even remember, super chat. Super chat is a thing that YouTube has, and Laura just utilized it. I really appreciate that. I'm touched, actually. I finally just ordered myself a bay leaf tree. Like, stop being such a martyr. It's $38. Like, buy less granola at Costco or something like that. I've always wanted a bay tree. And, for all the money I've spent buying bay over the years, and it's dried out, and it's obviously dried, but it's old, doesn't really have that much oomph. And that's something I use in a lot of my soups. And so I'm very excited to have a bay tree. My mom is close to the nursing home because of the virus. I know. I'm thinking of my grandparents. I got my grandparents extra On Guard coming. I'm so grateful they use all the doTERRA stuff I tell them to do. Very happy about that. DDR Prime and On Guard, and they take their vitamins, and they're very healthy. But, they're in their late 80s and early 90s, and so I'm praying for their safety. Bidet, everyone, in a worst case scenario. Seriously, are we like one of the only countries that doesn't use a bidet? Hello. I'm not opposed to that at all. I think it's a great idea. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Antiseptic wipes with me wherever I go. Yeah, you know what I did? And I taught a class to like 600 people today on immunity. If you would like the replay of that, just email me at angela@parisiennefarmgirl.com. And it wasn't all doTERRA. It's like very practical things from bone broth, mushroom broth, elderberry, like all sorts of things that you can just do to boost your immunity. I'd be happy to share that with you if you email me, angela@parisiennefarmgirl.com. But, I taught a lot of people today about just basic immunity. And there's something really easy you can do. It's what I've done. I've taken like ethyl alcohol and water in a glass spray bottle and added On Guard, which is doTERRA's immunity blend. It's like clove and wild orange and cinnamon. It's a great immunity blend to that. And that's what we're using as our antibacterial spray. I'm trying to be really mindful that, I'm not really big on bringing a ton of toxins in. So I don't want to just go like crazy and Clorox everything, because I think you're kind of throwing the baby out with the bathwater, the good bacteria with the bad. But that's what we're doing around here. Oh my goodness, I'm behind here. Oh, I am behind. Forgive me, guys. Oh, it's very interesting. Your comments are very interesting. If you run out of toilet paper, you can use old t-shirts. You absolutely can. There's actually people that do. It's called family cloth, and they use a bidet and they use fabric. People that are really either want the comfort of it because it's much more comfortable than toilet paper, or they are very mindful of their paper product usage. You can actually get, my sister has one, you can get a bidet that attaches to your toilet. Not to take this conversation like clear south, pun intended, but they're about $70 on Amazon, and they'll clean you up right tidy. Oh, our deer, Nancy, is commenting about the deer population. I woke up yesterday morning to huge deer. I mean, there was a whole lot of dinner in my front yard yesterday. Thankfully, they weren't anywhere near my roses or my tulips that are coming up. So I don't think Sue's asking if, oh, thank you, Eyes of the Goddess, will grow in 5B. I doubt it. I mean, that's more of like I have friends in Australia that grow bay, so my assumption is I cannot grow bay here in 5B, but I'm going to overwinter it in the greenhouse. Yeah. Boys and bidets, enough said. Okay, hold on. Forgive me, guys. On Guard spray is sold out, Left Field Farm Girl, and that is why I'm making my own. Again, let me see if I remember this. 2 cups of water, a half a cup of ethyl alcohol. If you can't get it, use isopropyl, how do you say that? Rubbing alcohol, and 30 drops of On Guard spray. Lynn is asking about the heart-shaped copper pans from the first set of orders. I just got the news today. They're done. So you just got to give me a week or so to drive down to Milwaukee and get them back, and ship them out to you. So if you were on the first round, yay, your pan is still done. I'm so excited. So excited. They're beautiful. They have Parisienne Farmgirl etched into the side on the bottom, like lower edge. They're so pretty. They're gorgeous. Okay. Yep. Okay. Carolyn is asking. Carolyn, I hope you just heard me about the heart-shaped copper pan. Awesome. Okay. You guys, forgive me. I know this is so lame if you're watching the replay, but I'm just going to check these comments here. There's a lot. Angela, I think you could survive anything. I could. No, we actually were talking about that on the podcast. And you guys, please, 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 when we're done here, go over to Apple or Spotify or Google or wherever you listen to podcasts and check it out. Type in Homemaker Chic. Give us a 5-star rating, pretty please, and listen. There's 3 episodes for you to binge on as of now, and then there's another great one coming Monday. Every Monday, these episodes are coming out. They're an hour. So if you have laundry to do, if you need to fold all your towels the right way, you can do that to Homemaker Chic. Yeah. So we did talk about that the other day because that's what Shay was saying. She's like, if a plane goes down or we get stuck in Antarctica, you're who I want to be stuck with because I'm just a ornery little stinker and I ain't going out like that. So yeah, you'd want to be paired up with me for sure. Yes, left field farmer, smaller, a little less pricey copper. We're working on it. I'm looking into having the little dish that you see in all the videos with my candles. I don't know if that's going to be less pricey because of everything that's involved. It has cute little feet, but yes, future pieces coming. And I just got notification today that they're done. So we need to allow time as a family to drive down to Milwaukee and get them. And then we have to box them all up and ship them out. So I would say they're going out in the next couple weeks, which is right on target. So I'm really pleased about that. So okay. Get a toilet seat with a bidet incorporated. Yes. Where I get my hair done, you guys, the toilet seat is heated. And every time I think, well, this is silly. Like I'm taking down my jeans and I'm like, this is so silly. Why do we need a heated toilet? And I sit down and you're like, oh, that's lovely. Just for 30 seconds. I tell you what, if I could do that, I would totally get a heated toilet seat. I bet you can get like a bidet heated toilet seat, like add-on combo, and you wouldn't have to buy the big expensive toilet. I've never grown amaryllis bulbs in water. But I don't, when I start bulbs, Holly Mare, I don't put food in the water. I just do like a little pea gravel and a little water. So, Kim, we'll see. Yeah, I'll consider. I don't know how to rate podcasts. Okay, lots of questions. Liz is asking how to rate podcasts on Spotify. I don't know. I could ask Aiden. I'm a boomer. I've been told I'm a boomer, so I use Pandora. I don't have Spotify. There's got to be a way to do it, though. All right. Okay. You guys were at an hour. That is crazy. That went by so fast. I'll do like 4 more minutes if you have a few. I know there's like a 30-second delay, I think. But if you have a few last minute questions. Oh, Nancy's husband bought her a heated toilet seat. It even has a nightlight. See, it's a big deal, isn't it? When you sit and heated water. See, if you get the real bidet, then you get the heated water. That's fabulous. The things we talk about, the heated toilet seat is a big deal. Every time I go to that salon and I just think, this isn't going to be a big deal. I just sit down and I'm like, I could take a nap. It was really good to see you again. I'm sorry for saying I'm like, somebody corrected me a while ago that it's very annoying to hear me say that. It is a bad habit. I don't know how to change it. I'm a product of the 80s and 90s, and we say I'm like. It's terrible. I know I teach my children not to do it, but I do it. Perfume recommendations. What? Well, that's going to really depend on what kind of a gal you are, Sue. So I'm kind of a spicy oriental gal myself. I don't like anything too floral. Kim, you have podcasts. Come on. You have like Apple or Google. I think a lot of people think they can't listen to podcasts, and they can. Okay, hold on here. 1 second, Adrian. Remind me. I don't like to tell people which perfume I wear. I'm terrible. I wear, I'm a Chanel No. 5 girl because, I like a real classic smell. Oh, Julie, I'll have to check that out. And I do love Chanel No. 5. The thing with Chanel No. 5 is like, don't buy it at the thrift shop, okay? Like, don't buy it when it's skunky and really dark yellow or orange. Save your money and just buy yourself, even if it's the eau de toilette instead of the eau de parfum. Like, buy it new, because that is a fragrance that if it's old, it's going like old lady and quick. So just get yourself some No. 5. They asked Marilyn, what do you wear to bed? And she said Chanel No. 5. That's good enough for me. I have always worn Chanel No. 5 since I was a teenager. I also have worn, since about the same time, a fragrance by Christian Dior called Dolce Vita. And it's beautiful, and it is me. It just smells like it's the best fragrance ever. I love it. There's another one I wear from a little boutique in Paris. I feel like I told you guys this a while ago. Sometimes I tell you, I don't ever want to be like so repetitive, so forgive me if I am. But it's called Garçon Manqué, and I think it means like tomboy, kind of like butch, tomboy, something or other. It's French. I don't know the exact translation, but I love it because it's a little bit more masculine. So you can kind of see where I'm going with my fragrance. I like them heavy. I like them oriental. I don't want to smell all fluffy, fruity, floral. But I'm super, very, very behind with fragrance. I was at Ulta 3 last month and started smelling perfume, and I just thought, oh, I'm really out of touch. Like, I need a new fragrance. This is all very different. There's a lot going on here that's different. And I love perfume. Like, I can be out in public and say, excuse me, you're wearing such and such, aren't you? And now I kind of feel like I've lost my touch. So I'm going to have to get back in the game. I need to go spend an afternoon at Nordstrom and just play at the perfume counter. Adrian is asking, can you get on guard on Backorder? So I know a ton of you are my customers. So here's the deal. We were told last week we were not at a risk of selling out. And then we did. Like, we sold out of almost all the On Guard products. So if you're not an oiler, when I say On Guard, I'm talking about doTERRA's Immunity Blend. It's amazing. Like, we don't really get sick in our house, if you know what I mean. It's amazing. But now we are just down to On Guard being available, and you can get 5 per account. I get updates from corporate on my phone because of being a Blue Diamond with the company, and there are no updates saying that it's sold out as of this point. So you can get 5 on your account. So I would do that. And yeah. I bet she wears Chanel No. 5. Kim, you got it. You nailed it. Versace for women. Oh, yeah. Oh, you know one that I love. So the Dolce Vita by Christian Dior, oh, say we're going over here, whatever, is you can only get it in France, in Europe, or to my knowledge at Neiman Marcus. Now, I think on some of those cheap perfume websites you can get it, but I don't know how old it is. And I'm really a stickler for not buying old perfume because it's just gross. It's like, ugh. So you can get it at Neiman Marcus or in France. And there's another one that like Nordstrom and Marshall Fields, back before it was Macy's. See, Adrian just says she keeps running back to anything Guerlain. So, Adrian, do you wear Samsara? Because that one is my jam. Samsara. I hope they still make it because I haven't bought a bottle in years. And I actually thought of it last night on how wonderful it would be to wear Samsara again. And it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. And I love the body creams. That's my thing, is like, if you're going to wear perfume, and I really pulled back from perfume for quite a while as I was kind of sorting out toxins and makeup and skincare and everything. And now I'm kind of ready to go back to it because I miss it. I'm kind of like, okay, do enough really weird, healthy things. Can I just wear some perfume on the weekends? But I love layering your perfume, using the body cream and then using the perfume because it helps the fragrance last. so much longer. Opium by YSV is beautiful. Very beautiful. Jess is saying she wears Opium by Yves Saint Laurent. That's beautiful. What's the deal with people saying I seen? Did I say I seen? I hate it when people say that. If I said something I hate, that I can go right up there on my pet peeves because I pet peeve myself all the time. Okay. I think we're good. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I've sampled it and it's beautiful. Yeah, I am going to give you my oils website if you want it, because I know there's lots of questions about that. www.shopoils.com/Angela. Here is my email if you need to reach out to me for anything. I don't have a mod tonight, so I'll do it myself. And what else were we just talking about? Oh, if you'd like to see, I know I get a lot of questions about, lipstick color and everything. This is my Amazon store where I try to keep my makeup bag and gardening books and things like that updated. So be sure to check out the podcast. It's Homemaker Chic. I'll write that down. Oh, it acts like it wants to write it for me. Homemaker Chic podcast. And you can find that on Instagram. And be sure to check it out. Give it a rating. Even if you don't love it the first time, which you will. Fake it. Just love it. Stick with us. We're just getting our sea legs. It's so fun. I think you're going to have a riot. Now I'll dream about Marshall Fields. Yes, I love Marshall Fields. Remember the green bags? I loved Marshall Fields. Podcast info. It's Homemaker Chic podcast. You can go Google, Spotify, Apple, find it. It'll come right up because we're killing it after 3 episodes. And we're having a riot. So the first episode was our love story. So we kind of share how Shay and I became friends. The second episode is what makes us weird. And I assume I'm the weirder of the two. The third episode is on gardening, which we will do frequently. And then Monday's episode coming up is on fashion. And I have a lot to say. All right, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm filming tomorrow, getting back in the swing. Yes, it's been like a good 3.5 weeks since a proper video. But I'm back to real life and caught up. I made my way through 500 emails that I was behind on. Now I have to get to my oil Facebook page and admit everybody to that. I think I'm about 150 behind on that. And then I'll be caught up and everything will be okay. And we'll just deal with the coronavirus. So be healthy, be well, stay home, wash your hands, read a good book. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Do you want to end your stream? Yes, I'd like